Greetings from not Tokyo. This is Hawaii right now, and this is Daisuke, and I hope all of you are doing very well today. I want to provide this video, again in the form of this live stream, and so I apologize for this, but it's a little bit easier for me to prepare a live stream impromptu like this, but I might have to leave in a second because maybe some people might be coming in for to clean the room. So I have a little bit of time to myself, but I might leave in a moment if the housekeeping comes in, but we'll wait until then. And so I just wanted to let you know about certain developments with respect to Criterion, and we can go from there. So it seems as though Criterion very recently made an announcement about its planned October releases. So according to the website, which I'm perusing right now, the planned releases are for October 8th, October 15th, October 22nd, and also October 29th. So for October 8th, the planned release is going to be the 3 silent classics by von Sternberg, which is wonderful. This is a return of this set to the Criterion Collection. As some of you may know, this set had been on DVD before, and I think it fell out of print for a number of, maybe a year or so. But then it's now coming back, and it's also coming back on Blu-ray. So this is wonderful news. This seems to be a continuation of those sets, those DVD sets that had fallen out of print, but then re-emerged in the collection. So recently we saw the BRD trilogy, and now we see the 3 silent classics. So this is wonderful news. And speaking of returns to the collection, again we have another one which is scheduled here for October 15th, 2019, Hexen. So this is really, really great. The DVD from Criterion, as far as I remember, is not out of print. According to the site here, yes, it's 134. I apologize, I'm away from my house, so I don't have the disc with me. But this is a very nice thing because it is an older DVD, and perhaps that might have been a reason for people not necessarily to have decided to purchase it. You know, sometimes people are a little bit wary of purchasing older Criterion DVDs because of the hefty price tag, and also because of the possibility that the DVD might one day become an upgraded Blu-ray or something like that. Well, here is an example of that, and so this is great news indeed. So I'm very much pleased with this, and the new cover design, which I'm looking at here on the Criterion website, is fantastic, really fantastic, quite eerie, very scary stuff indeed. So this looks great. I'm very happy about this. And then on October 22nd, 2019, we have the first of the quote-unquote new releases that are scheduled for October 2019. This is, according to the website, this is going to be for Spine 998. And this is When We Were Kings. Yes, the documentary, the Leon Gass documentary. The Rumble in the Jungle, right? So this is a documentary that I remember watching. It wasn't at the I didn't watch it in the theater, but I did watch it when it had emerged at the time, and it was on VHS, I think, that I saw it, and it was just so captivating. So captivating. What a great documentary. And I remember when it was announced as Best Picture, Best Documentary Feature, I think, at the Academy Awards during the year that it had been released. And it was a very rousing moment. So and I believe Muhammad Ali, yes, Muhammad Ali was in attendance, and I think Leon Gass had called him up to the stage, and everyone was giving him a standing ovation, if I recall. But that's just one indication, I think, of how how electrifying this film is, and it's really great. Even if you know the ending of what actually happened with this particular situation, Muhammad Ali, George Foreman. Even if you know the ending, the way the documentary presents the information is really quite suspenseful, and you really get into it. So this is really wonderful indeed. I'm looking forward to this Spine 998. And also, I should add that again, I'm just very cursorily looking through all this, but it seems like as part of the supplements, the film Soul Power is going to be released. This is the film that is, yes, this is the documentary Soul Power. Now, I understand that the documentary Soul Power is actually given its own individual release by Eureka Masters of Cinema. And so this is very interesting that Criterion is opting to release this as a separate, or not a separate release, but as a supplement to When We Were Kings. Very interesting, indeed. It's probably actually, here we go. So there we go, and then. Let me just move on here because I'm a little bit limited in time today. I apologize. But next is Spine 999, and this is scheduled for October 29th, 2019. John Sayles and Matewan. Wow. This is great. And I should note that our dear friend, Solitary Ronin Films, again, Solitary Ronin Films, I think he has just put up a video speaking about this particular event. And I think we should, or at least I think of this as a kind of an event. There was a lot of speculation about what would be Spine 999 and what film would it be. I think if we're thinking about Spine 999 in terms of a kind of, I don't know, an aura of specialness, I guess, for lack of a better phrase. Sort of, sorry for that inelegant way of putting it, but this is really wonderful. Really, really wonderful indeed. This is fantastic, actually. I'm over the moon by this. I mean, we heard about Matewan. We heard about the possibility of John Sayles films coming to the collection. At least I heard about it through maybe Facebook posts on Criterion-related groups that I'm a member of and all that. So I think I heard about this through the grapevine, but nothing more. And so this is very, I'm just so happy to see this, that this, at least part of the rumor that I heard has come to be like this, and what great timing. Now, I suppose the only thing that I would be concerned about is that because it's so close to 999, or not, because it's so close to 1000, and there's a little bit of an issue with respect to the timing of the announcement of Spine 1000, that this and When We Were Kings might get a little bit overshadowed by the Spine 1000 excitement or anticipation. Fever or fervor, as it were. I hope that's not the case. Again, I hope when things settle down that this film gets the attention that I think it deserves, because it's this is a really good one, a really, really good one, and hopefully it's a sign of things to come. If it means, if this means more. If it means more John Sayles in the collection, fantastic, absolutely fantastic. And once again, my friends, please check out our dear friend Solitary Ronin Films and his video about his reaction to this particular announcement, or this particular part of the announcement. This is really great, really, really great stuff. I can't make any promises, but when I return to Tokyo, I'll try to make a separate announcement reaction video like I usually do, going over these, and especially with Hexen and the Three Silent Classics set, try to compare them, the announcement information details with the current releases that I have. Again, I'm not in my house, so I can't pull them from my shelves, unfortunately. But this is so I'll try to do that when I return at an appropriate time. So this is really wonderful news indeed. And so let me, before I move on to the Spine 1000 issue, let me just move to the live chat and just see how everyone is doing. So anyway, so Jared is here. Hello. Isaac is here. Hello. And Isaac, you said you just finished watching Mirror. So I'm assuming that's the Tarkovsky work. And so I hope you enjoyed it. That's really one of the, that could be my favorite work by Tarkovsky, but it's very powerful and actually quite, I think, quite difficult to get into. At least it was for me. It took me several tries to really get into it, but it's really great. Paula, hello, how are you doing? And Casual Cinecast says, hello, excited for Mate One. Yes, you're not the only one, my friend. I am so excited for this. And Lachlan Townsend, thank you very much. It's nice to see you. I hope I pronounced that correct. Is it Townsend or Townshend? Townshend. Please correct me if my pronunciation is incorrect. So, but it's nice to see you, my friend. And Eric asked, "What city are you?" And I'm currently in Honolulu, just on a much-needed family vacation. My family takes about a week, and we try to get out of Tokyo. You know, to time it with my daughter's summer vacation and all that. So. We're here in Honolulu. My family is downstairs, but I'll join them in a few moments. And Tim is here, my dear friend Tim. How are you, Melinda? You all the time. I thank you so much, my dear friend. Again, completely not necessary, but your generosity is wonderful. You know, Melinda. I've mentioned this before, but let me mention it again. Melinda is my dear friend, and she is our dear friend, and let us treat her well, and she is such a lovely person. Whenever I do live chats, she's so kind like this, and you don't have to be my friend, but thank you so much. And remember, Melinda, you are the main reason why this YouTube channel exists, because if it weren't for your initial suggestion or push all the way, whatever it was, over a year ago, you were the first one to ask me I should make a video about a particular Criterion Laserdisc, and ever since then I kind of caught the bug, as it were, in terms of making videos. So I really want to thank you, Melinda. So if it's all because of you, my friend. And Sehofin, hello, it's nice to see you as always. And I'm seeing Stone Tapes, hello Stone Tapes, and you're saying Hanabi Criterion release would be great. So I'm assuming this is the Kitano work, Hanabi, and yes, I agree. Kitano works haven't yet emerged in the Criterion collection, am I right? And so I think that would be a very welcome one. It's certainly one of his more I would say critically well-regarded works, right? I mean, there are so many of them, don't get me wrong, but really great. I would also say Sonatine, or the Japanese title Sonachine. I think that would be really awesome as well. I know there's a lot of support of people championing the film Kikujiro, or which I think would be really nice as well. I remember I saw Brother when it was shown at the New York Film Festival. I remember I was at the New York Film Festival, whatever year that was, and I tried to make sure to get tickets to Brother, and also, I think it was the same year, Gohatto, the final film by Oshima. It was a really interesting experience, and I think Kitano actually appears in both films. It was a really interesting. It wasn't a double bill It wasn't. They weren't shown on the same day, but I believe it was in the same festival. And yes, it was. What's that theater called? Was it called Alice Tully Theater? Is that right? Do I have that right? So a really lovely theater. But that was Brother. But yeah, Hanabi would be really great. So thank you very much, Stone Tapes, for that. JR62, yes. My dear friend, yes, thank you very much. And oh, and by the way, Peter, I should mention that I haven't forgotten your question. I don't know if you remember, but you asked a question about how I feel about banned movies or censorship or something like that. I don't have the exact question in front of me, but I was actually made a video about that and I was going to upload it, but unfortunately it didn't turn out quite the way I wanted, so I want to reshoot it and re-upload it. So please give me a few moments for that. I apologize for my delay. I hope you are, I hope you understand. And we have also, as told by Gonzo, hello, I am a new subscriber. Thank you so much. That's very kind of you. Welcome to this channel. And please feel free to comment anytime. And please feel free to talk with many other people here. I mean, the channel is called Daisuke Beppu, so that's my name, yes, but the channel is really, I'm just one small component of the channel. I think it is made up of so many different people who come together and are very supportive, and they talk with each other and debate with each other and share information. And so I'm just very proud and very fortunate to be considered to be one small member of this great community. So as told by Gonzo, welcome, welcome indeed. Whenever you have a chance, please let me know if you have any favorite films or any recommendations for cinema that you have. No hurry, of course, but anytime you have a moment, I'd love to hear about it. And then Asian Movie Enthusiast says, I made another live stream. Oh, great, great. Is it finished? Sorry, I missed it. If so, then maybe I'll try to catch the video of it after it's up. And the Cinematheque says, Von Sternberg upgrade was much needed. I agree. Big W Studios, hello, hello back, my friend. It's nice to see you. Carl Reese, my dear friend, hello. And talking about sales. And yes, yes. Chase, I'm so sorry to mispronounce, Geyer, I hope I got that correct. Chase Geyer says, hey Daisuke, just found your channel today. I am a huge fan of your videos. Thank you so much. That's very kind of you, Chase. Welcome. And again, my comments to, what was it, as told by Gonzo, are also, of course, extended to you and any other new subscribers here. Please have fun, enjoy, and yes, it's really, if you have a moment, please share with us your favorite films or recommendations, Criterion or otherwise. They don't have to be Criterion, of course, so, but welcome indeed. It's really nice to see you. Stephen Jones, hello, and great. Greg Jones asks, hello, Greg. Have you made it to Barnes & Noble yet? Yes, I have. I've been there already 3 times, and I was able to get all the recent releases all the way up to Clute and the Baker's Wife. So I'm pretty much complete. I won't, unfortunately, be here in time to get any of the new releases. I think what's next, 1984 and Do the Right Thing. I think those are the ones that are scheduled for releases next. And so, yeah, so I won't be able to get those at the Barnes & Noble, so maybe I'll have to order them online, but that might be interesting. But yeah, Barnes & Noble is great. I was so surprised, pleasantly surprised at how crowded it was, and also at the Criterion Collection selection was really well stocked, excellently stocked. There was a Bergman box set there, it was also 50% off. There were some other box sets there that were great. The Olympics box set was still there. There were a lot of Blue Velvets. There were a lot of War and Pieces there. Let's see, a lot of popular works. There were a lot of Eclipse box sets there, so it was really great. It wasn't a case of, was it slim pickings or anything of that sort, so it was really wonderful. I was so happy to be there. Let's see, so Pavel. Oh, Pavel, it's nice to see you. And oh, speaking of Pavel, so Pavel is our dear friend of the channel, and he was one of the people who initially suggested to me to start the poll asking viewers about what you would like to see for the next live stream film club chat film discussion. So if you haven't checked that out, please check out the community tag in the website or the main page of this channel. You can go to the menu tab and check out community, and there's going to be a poll there asking you what film you would like to see for what film you would like to see discussed for the live stream film club chat in August. So I think at the moment, I haven't checked yet, but I think at the moment it's almost a dead heat between 12 Angry Men and Paris, Texas. Although I think Blue Velvet is starting to go up there. But, really great. So Pavel, my thanks, my sincerest thanks to you. And Hedlundman, greetings, hello. And Cameron Lesher, I hope I got that correct. Daisuke, you are easily one of my favorite YouTubers. Thank you, that's very kind of you. Thank you so much. You deserve 1 million+ subscribers. Well, that's really kind. Thank you. Wow, that means a lot. Thank you so much. I'm just so fortunate just to be able to, I don't know, figure out how to record these things on my iPhone, I suppose, and be able to upload them. And I think more importantly, I'm very fortunate that I have the support of a lot of people. A lot of great friends that I've been able to meet through YouTube and through Facebook and all that. So it's a real pleasure. The pleasure is mine, Cameron. So thank you very much, and best regards to you. All right. So let me just stop there. I see someone mentioning. Did I see someone mentioning Klute? The Cinematheque. Yes, Klute extended edition for Spine 1000. Oh, Klute. Klute, you've cluted me. I've been cluted. Yes. Okay. So that's fine. That's a lot of fun, I suppose. So Klute. Yes. Oh, poor Klute. Oh gosh. I don't want to over-clute my own digital footprint. I have a feeling that if I were to do so, I might regret it once the dust settles and the Spine 1000, all that has been, it's been announced and all that. But because I think hopefully maybe Klute will get a lot of sales from this because I think it really deserves it. Again, I haven't looked into the Criterion release of it yet, but I think that's one of the interesting things. That it's really interesting lately. I've seen a lot of activity with respect to Spine 1000. For whatever reason, I'm seeing a lot of activity about clute, and I see a lot of people using the verb cluted, so you've been cluted. And I've also been seeing a lot of pictures of FaceApp. This FaceApp, you can take a picture of yourself and then it'll show you how you look if you after like 20 years or something like that. So you can look at yourself and how you look in old age. So I thought that was very interesting, although I don't know why. I see a lot of those lately, and I'm not exactly sure why, but yeah, it looks very interesting. But, so just very quickly about Spine 1000 and the announcement hoopla with respect to this timing. I just wanted to provide my 2 cents for whatever it's worth, and perhaps it's worth nothing or not. I don't think it's worth anything at all, but just to give you my own take on it, and you can happily disagree with this if you want. But, so according to Criterion, so first of all, Criterion did not make an announcement for Spine 1000. They were quite maybe coy, perhaps, going up to $9.99 and leaving it at that. But there was a tweet that accompanied this announcement made via the website. And the tweet, I think, said something about, expect something big to be announced from the Criterion Collection next week with respect to 1000. So this is, I think, I read this in a number of ways. First is, I don't quite know, well, my thought is that why was the announcement delayed the way it was earlier in the week? And my thought is that, this is my own personal speculation, but Criterion was probably planning to include Spine 1000 in its in its announcement for some reason. I'm not sure, but maybe it didn't. For some reason, there was a delay, and again, I speculated about that yesterday. Actually, no, I take that back. That's what I thought about in. That's what I thought about yesterday, but I was thinking about it today, and I was thinking, were they planning on having Spine 1000 released in October, or were they planning on having Spine 1000 released in November? Now, I think there would be something interesting for October. If they were planning to release it in October, and if that were the case, then that would mean that it would probably be released at the end of October, so around the same time that they would be planning to release the John Sayles film. And why would that be significant? Well, it might be significant if, for instance, there might be some potential link with Halloween season. I don't know, maybe it's a genre type work or something like that. Who knows? Who knows? But there might be some interesting potential tie-ins with the seasons, at least in North America. So that might have been a consideration. But there's also a possibility, and I think a reasonable one to believe in, namely that Criterion has been planning, or is now planning to release Spine 1000 in November. Which is very interesting indeed. So that would mean, therefore, that in theory, then, that the announcement for it should be not this month, but next month. Okay, but Criterion then made this tweet announcement saying that they're planning something big for Spine 1000, so stay tuned next week or something. So if it's for, so this tells me a couple things, which is that it's probably going to be a November release, although if it were to be in October, that would make me very happy. This kind of makes sense because if they're planning something big, like they did last year with the Bergman box set, it sort of falls around the same or similar timeline in terms of release scheduling for the Bergman box set last year. And so it falls into that little sweet spot, if you will, of announcing big things. The November announcements or the November releases are usually something that are pretty quote-unquote big. So this makes the anticipation for Spine 1000 and what they have planned all the more, all the more exciting. So yes, but at the same time, I think Criterion has already revealed its hand, so to speak, because it has acknowledged that Spine 1000 is going to be a big deal. And how have they acknowledged that? Well, they have acknowledged that by giving Spine 1000 its own quote-unquote treatment, as it were. I think up to now, Criterion never made any explicit mentioning of Spine 1000 in any of its public tweets or announcements. Am I wrong? So this is the first time, I think, that they have publicly mentioned Spine 1000. And so if my understanding is correct, then based on that, they are now acknowledging that Spine 1000 is indeed a big deal, which is very welcome news. I know that there were some people out there who were thinking, well, maybe Spine 1000 will just be a regular release from Criterion, which would have been great because, as we know, Criterion's regular releases are still quite high in quality. But this announcement tweet seems to then suggest that no, indeed, it's not going to be regular. It'll be something above and beyond that level, at least for Criterion standards, which is wonderful news because then we can expect something truly wonderful indeed. And if the announcement is going to come next week is certainly better than waiting until November 15th, right? So, not November, until August 15th, right? So instead of waiting until August 15th, at least if the tweet is to be believed anyway, we don't have to wait too long. I mean, a week is a long time, of course, but you're right. And I think by now there have been a number of rumors already swirling the internet about certain possibilities that are beginning to coalesce around a particular possibility of a release or two. So I'm very much looking forward to this immensely. immensely. And yes, Criterion says, they're planning something big, something big. So yes, something huge, something giant. Very exciting indeed. So my dear friends, it's right. Could Criterion have handled this a little bit better in terms of Spine 1000? Perhaps, but I think, again, when the dust settles, this will probably be soon forgotten once the excitement then turns to an examination and consideration of what actually a Spine 1000 is when they've made their announcement. So this is going to be very exciting news indeed. So. Yeah, so this is wonderful news, and again, I hope that this further period of anticipation doesn't at all diminish the significance of what I think are a number of very significant releases for October that Criterion already made. This is great news, really, really great news, and yes, it's wonderful. So Criterion has not disappointed me yet. I was asked a question some months back about were there any points about Criterion that I didn't like, and actually there are a number of things that I don't like about Criterion Collection and the way it handles certain aspects of things, and so I'm not. I hope I don't. I might give this impression that I'm pretty much in love with anything Criterion does, and if that's the case, then I guess I should be flattered on the one hand, but on the other hand, I should try to make it clear, maybe in future videos, that there are certain aspects of Criterion that I would hope that they could try to improve. I guess I could share this now, but I did write to Criterion by email a couple of times actually about a particular disc that I was having trouble with, but I never got a response. And so I was actually a little bit disappointed by that, because I had always heard that Criterion was very good with their customer service, and I make sure to check the email was correct, and I mailed. I think not twice. I think I emailed 3 times actually, just trying to, because there was something inherently wrong with the disc. There was a point at which the disc would no longer play, and it would just skip. And there was no scratch, and there was a brand new disc, and so there was no reason for it to have that defect unless it were inherent in the disc itself. And so I was always, I'd never done this before, but I'd always been under the impression that Criterion, if I could inform them of this, then they would maybe at least respond. But I never even got a response, and so maybe that was just one of those days or one of those weeks where they were busy, who knows. But I tried to get a response from them, but unfortunately I wasn't able to do so. Maybe it had to do with the fact that I emailed them from outside of the United States or North America, perhaps. That might have been it. Maybe because of that, maybe it went to a spam folder or something like that. And I think that's fine, because Criterion, I think officially, speaking anyway, they don't market their product outside of North America, right? They do have, of course, their UK discs, of course, certain select titles that are released in the United Kingdom, but they don't market anywhere else. So perhaps that might have been it. And because of that, they didn't respond. It's true also for the Criterion store. The Criterion store, at least as far as I am aware, doesn't deliver to Tokyo. And so I'm unable to order directly from the Criterion store unless I have maybe a US address or something like that. And it's a little bit irritating, because you can get things in the Criterion store that aren't always Blu-rays or DVDs, right? I think I can understand. I mean, I can understand if the policy of the Criterion store is that they don't ship outside of North America, because the Blu-rays and DVDs are, officially speaking, only marketed to the the Zone 1, Zone 1, Region A regions of the world, or something like that. If that were the case, then I guess I could understand that policy. But there are also non-DVD Blu-ray items that are sold through the Criterion Store, like mugs or T-shirts or something like that. Or posters. And while I'm not necessarily I don't have any of the posters or anything like that, so, or the T-shirts, or tote bag or something like that. But it would be nice if Criterion could open up its Criterion Store to other parts of the world. Arrow does this, and I can order directly through Arrow's website store, and they'll deliver to Japan without any issue. The same is true for Masters of Cinema. I've been able to order for them directly, and no issue. The same is true for Powerhouse Indicator. Again, order through them directly, no issue. But Criterion, I can't order through the Criterion Store, and so that has always been a little bit of. So therefore, I've had to rely on other means of getting the discs. I mean, it's in the grand scheme of things, of course, it's quite a minor irritation at best, I suppose. So I understand that. So I don't necessarily feel like it's something that I have to go out of my way to sort of object to or something like that. But it is something that I have to. It is something that I always keep aware of, and so I don't do any shopping through the Criterion channel, the Criterion Collection website, and so I don't. I can't avail myself of the Criterion Collection flash sales, for instance. And so, sometimes I'll get messages from people, private messages saying, "Oh, have you had a chance to get anything in the flash sale yet?" And I always have to politely remind people, or just let people know that I'm not able to do that, or to get anything for the flash sales. And so I usually have to live. I live vicariously through your own experiences out there. So. But that's something that I hope Criterion might be able to remedy. But who knows? Maybe it's something that it's not something that they're interested in because it's not part of their current business model. And if that's the case, then I have nothing further to say on that. But yeah. So so that's, I guess, my just a little brief spiel about. I don't necessarily love everything and anything that Criterion releases or announces. And as I mentioned before, I think Criterion could have done the Spine 1000 timing announcement a little bit better. But at the same time, I don't think it's, in the grand scheme of things, it's going to be something that I will remember. Once Spine 1000 is announced, then all this stuff will probably be forgotten by me anyway. So anyway, that's what I wanted to say about that. And then let me just return to this, and let me just return to the live stream, well, not the live stream, but the live chat, and then we'll go from there. So, Night Loner Film Reviews, hello, my friend. I hope you had a nice birthday. And let's see. Trevor Wagner, my dear friend, thank you. You're so kind as always. Let's see. Stephen Jones asks about Gallipoli and Midnight Express. I can't go into too much detail now, but I would love to see them in the collection. Both of them, yeah, really, really great, very memorable. Asian Movie Enthusiast says, I meant that I'm again here for one of your live streams. Oh, sorry, I misunderstood that. But although it would be great to see your live stream, Eric, it would be wonderful. If you do a live stream, please let us know. Asian Movie Enthusiast, Asian Movie Enthusiast is one of the greatest channels out there. I've mentioned it before, and I'll say it again. If you're going to watch anything, you've got to watch his video on J-horror, modern Japanese horror, and the kind of criticisms that he has to the current take, the critical take on J-horror. It's really one of the best videos out there. Fantastic. Asian Movie Enthusiast is my teacher. Great channel. Great channel. Kyle, nice to see you, my friend. And Fleagle Flariel, yes. And you said you just finished watching Awakenings, so this is great. So this is the Robert De Niro film. Cinema Dave Media, hello, our dear friend Cinema Dave Media. Cinema Dave Media, this is a channel to watch, and please keep an eye out on my channel, because I will make some video remarks about Cinema Dave Media and his great channel very, very soon. Let's see here, and again, let me just keep going here. Sorry about this. I always do this. I always push this around the live stream, the live chat. I always do this and I lose myself. DV, hello DV. Thoughts on Werner Herzog? Favorite films of his? Werner Herzog, yes. Werner Herzog is one of those directors whose films, unfortunately, aren't represented in the Criterion Collection. I think the closest is Burden of Dreams, but that's not a direct representation, I understand. But it would be great to see more of Werner Herzog, of course. I'm sorry about this. Gosh, I am having such a hard time with this chat. I've just lost myself. Let me just give me 1 second here. I'm just going to return. Sorry about this, my friends. Once again, if I skip your comment, I apologize. It's either because there's just a lot of stuff going on here. So, let's see. Yes, Octopi Guy says, have you already talked about the October releases? Yes, just very, very briefly. I can't make any promises, but I'll try to make a proper video about it when I return to Tokyo. Again, I'm just on vacation now, so I don't have any preparation made. But you can watch this live stream video uploaded after it's over. And Matthew, hello, my friend. And let's see. Great, Carl, great. So Pavel says, at the moment, 12 Angry Men in the poll. 12 Angry Men is currently a little bit ahead of Paris, Texas. Great. Also, anyone, I don't know, much love given to the film Wanda, of course, as well. Even if it falls behind in the poll eventually, it's so worth watching, Wanda. Oh, gosh. Please, if you haven't seen that film yet, please at least consider watching it. It's really, really a memorable film. And again, if you haven't voted in the poll yet, you have until the end of the month, so please enjoy. Let's see. So JR62 says, I like this. Another week before Spine 1000 is announced, I'm going to hold my breath and stomp my feet and throw out all my criterions. Just kidding. I'm going to hold my breath. Or I thought you were going to say I'm going to let out atomic breath. I thought that's what you were going to say. But anyway, Ben Feld says, cheers, cheers. Caroline, hello. It's nice to see you, my dear friend. How are you doing? And Matthew says, Wong Kar-wai restorations. He hope he hears about them soon. Yes, I hope so too. Let's see. Headlandman says, Daisuke, do you have a guess on Spine 1000? Something big. So, yes, very interesting. Hold on for 1 second. Come in. I think that is my cue to leave. So I will leave and talk to you again very soon. So thank you very much. And sorry if I missed your comment, but anyway, I have to go now. So anyway, talk to you soon, my friends, and cheers. Bye-bye.